Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello and welcome to it. KVJ After the Show Podcast. Got a couple follow-up emails. I just sent a text to the Mexican Queen, seeing if she wanted to come on to recap what it was she had said to the...
Oh, yes, my queen, come on.
Woman at the theme park hotel pool that had made comment to my daughter and her friends about their bathing suits not being appropriate for a family resort, and then the subsequent follow-up
discussions that happened with said employee.
It wasn't a discussion because, here I was. It's like, this is kind of the way the Queen, operates, where it's like, okay, you got to be the same level of rage as her. And I'm like, well, no, I think it's a good point. I think it's something that, these girls need to feel like someone is their advocate and standing up for them and saying, look, I don't feel like these girls need to leave the pool at all. And, and they didn't seem like they're enforcing it. So, we came back and got their word of mouth saying, she was waiting by the bathroom. We got out of the bathroom and she said, what you girls are wearing is not appropriate for a family resort, and we're going to need you to leave and go change your bathing suits. And they're like, we don't have any other bathing suits. And I'm like, going, well, sorry. And they're like, well, what is the problem? Why is it an issue? Is it written somewhere? We didn't see any signs about it. She said, well, we've received several complaints about what you're wearing. And so that was, kind of what triggered the Queen, the fact that, okay, you got several complaints and, other people were wearing it. So, so I saw her barreling off to find this woman, and she's like, because all they said was, we don't know. She was, because they have the name badges on. It was a woman that was from Puerto Rico. And so my wife was going around to all the Hispanic help, be like, are you the person that da-da-da? Like, no, not me. And,
everybody from Puerto Rico was like, oh, shit.
That way, yeah. So...
So and she finally found the right woman from Puerto Rico that scolded.
She did. Yeah, she found her. Yeah.
It's funny you say that you have to be as mad as the Queen. I have family members like that where something goes on in their life, and if you're not as mad as they are, they get mad at you. Like,
you have a coworker like that.
It's just, I don't,
yes, you're right.
Here's the thing, and for us, the difference is I really don't attack anything with emotion. Like, I would have gone to them, and yes, I would have made, I think, a good point to this woman saying, okay, I've got a couple issues here. One, they're not leaving the pool because where do you have this posted? It's nowhere. And you're going on complaints, but other people were wearing the exact same suit, and I don't see any issues with them.
Yeah, it's not like it was an inappropriate bathing suit. It was a bikini.
Right.
And she's young and she looks beautiful.
And if you expect us, and this is something that you're going to enforce, or if you're going to mention something to them again, then I expect full reimbursement on my room, because this was not part of the deal. And not getting to be able to use the pool was a big part of the reason why we were staying here. So I expect a full reimbursement, and we will go to another resort, and this will be our last time visiting here. And I would, pretty much have left it at that.
Yeah, you're the opposite of me.
Yeah, and the Queen. It just, and she felt very vindicated that she got to tee off.
I feel like I'd be in the middle on this. I feel like I definitely would be hotter under the collar than Kevin, but not nearly as mad, especially as a Queen or a Virginia. I would be a little bit dicky, and then once I would see I'm losing my fight, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Queen didn't lose.
No.
I think you're in the right, and that's where it's like, even though this is kind of a slam dunk, and especially after the comments, people are like, yeah, it wasn't. I mean, and it didn't seem, and I'm like, I don't know anything about swimsuits, and I really don't even know a lot of times, because I'm not wired to be very conservative, and like I'm sensitive and things bother me.
Right.
I just turn my head, and if my husband were gawking at these, I'd be like going, would you stop? Like,
But that's on him.
Right.
Not on the girl that just looks beautiful in her bathing suit.
And I don't know if that was the case, but yeah, that's what everybody's thinking. Okay.
I'm telling you, that was the case.
What probably happened was,
some cow laying by the pool who's all mad that there's hotter girls than her probably complained.
Yeah. And, and then the queen kind of like made reference to, it was probably some cow that was laying by the pool.
Good.
And I'm
See,
like, that's
me and the queen are on the same
But I'm like,
You
that's
would have
not.
gone down that road, Kev?
No, I'm like, that's out of bounds. Like, I'm like, there's no reason why that should, because now you're just as wrong as she was. Like,
Show me the cow.
You don't at the end of making your point to be like, yeah, but you stepped in a couple turds on your way through there. It's like, to me,
because you're making it mean and shallow.
right?
By
I'm
saying
in the
that.
right here. I'm going to handle this exactly how it needs to be handled, and I'm going to make my point. And
When they go low, I go lower.
You don't have to attack other people.
Yes, you
other
do.
innocent
right, because then
people.
you're just on the same level.
Because if someone's got a little weight to them, and now
I only want to attack the one that complained.
Well, what we're talking about is body shaming on the other end of it. This is a girl that's 21 years old and has a younger, fit, trim, athletic body, and in a sense, she's made to feel bad.
Which she should never feel bad.
In a sense, because she's a little bit more toned and cut than some of the other people that are around here.
I disagree that it was somebody who was heavier set that complained. I think it was probably somebody who is a little bit more less liberal with how they wear their bathing suit and didn't like and maybe. Did you see the back of the bathing suit? Was her butt cheeks exposed at all?
I would say. I mean, I'm not gawking, but a lot of people are saying 2/3 coverage. And I would say that fit into that category. I mean, the one thing I did check for, because as this whole thing was going down, is that it was not a thong or butt floss. Because at that point, then, not that I'm trying to but I just would have been like, Kim, like
2/3 is a good rule.
I'm like, they may have had a point. Like, she's wearing butt floss, and
we can see her butthole, guys.
Right.
But she wasn't.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. I was using that as the example.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was like, all right. So it sounds like the queen had a point, but then just I think in the conversation probably went a little too far. Now Gilbert, he emailed. He said, my theory is with beginning the summer of rig. I believe Kevin went and complained about the bikini so he would have some controversy to talk about. Imagine it. He starts a scene, then sits back and watches the world burn.
Just like Riggy loves to do. Wow.
Riggy, you had nothing to do with this,
if
right?
I did, I'm a real dick to that woman because I think she got an earful.
She might be headed back to Puerto Rico.
She might be like, yeah, screw this. I do not need this.
I like the theory, though, Harold. It's good.
This is not worth it. Xavier.
Is your wife going to come on?
Yeah, I think we're going to get her here in a second.
Good.
Xavier said, I'm just so happy the bikini shaming didn't happen to Virginia. We would not hear the end of how hot she is that she got kicked out of a resort's pool.
You're not going to have to worry about that. You won't catch me in no bikini by the pool.
Not going to be happening.
Mama wears grandma bathing
Mama wears
suits.
the one piece.
That's not going to be happening for you.
I do that for you and for me.
She takes it back to the 50s.
All right. Here is the queen on here right now. And like I said, I don't, because I'll probably hear about it later. You misrepresented, you didn't say it completely right or whatever. So
Kevin, it's your fault.
there's probably something I didn't explain well. Hello, Kim.
Hi.
Okay, so I was telling the story and we posted up the photo of Caitlin's friend. And yeah, people were saying, and would you say, because I don't know, was the back end of it, that was the question. Is that a 2/3 cut where 2/3 of the behind was covered?
Absolutely, 2/3 of the behind was covered.
Okay.
It wasn't like a full mom bikini. It was a 21-year-old bikini. I mean, you get it in the mall. It's not like one of those, stores that they just sell thongs and like the Brazilian cut, where it's like real high. I mean, it was a normal bikini. I mean, It didn't alarm me at all.
Okay.
It looked normal.
It looked normal. Yeah. What we saw looked perfectly innocent.
Well, the story that I had told, let me know if there's anything that I left out or did not get right, is that they had gone to the bathroom. When they came out of the bathroom, one of the employees was like, people have been complaining about your suit and what you're wearing is not appropriate for a family resort and you need to go change and leave the pool. And they did not leave, though. Is that kind of what happened? So they just kind of sat there? Okay.
But we were there, like you and I and all the girls and Ken and Colin, we were all there for a good 3 hours. And then you and I had left to go upstairs to go get something to eat, and I think refill our cooler. And that's when they approached them. I mean, they had the whole 3 hours we were there to approach us, approach them, approach an adult, not 21-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's way out of line. And for Disney, Disney does everything right, and that was the only thing they did wrong.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people had said too is like on the level of body shaming. Is that kind of what this would fall under?
Absolutely, and that's what I said. I was like, shame on you for body shaming these girls. But yeah, I think so. I think it's just and it's not. I don't think what she was wearing was inappropriate at all. I mean, granted, I wear a one piece because I have 3 kids, and it's just that's just what I wear.
Different circumstances. So, you I guess used a stern tone when you spoke with this woman.
Oh, I had a couple F words.
Good for you, Queen.
No doubt. Yeah.
Good for you.
Are you able to say what you said?
I don't know, Kevin. Can I say? I mean,
you're on the podcast. You can say,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what's offensive to me? It's a fat chick in the bikini. Are you going to go say something to her?
Yeah, that's where I thought that's where I thought that kind of went a little strong and unnecessary.
Sometimes you got to come strong.
Yeah.
And then I told him, I'm like, that's like these girls are prostitutes and they're hired here for like somebody's pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, these are 21-year-old girls that, they have a 21-year-old body. I mean, they were, and the other one is blonde and tall. I mean, she looks like, remember that group you used to have, the booty dancers, whatever?
Booty crew?
Yeah.
She would have been she would have been one of your booty shakers. Like, she was just tall, blonde, skinny, you're just like, whoa, she's really gorgeous.
And how did the employee respond to this?
She told me to calm down. I told her to fuck off. I was like, I'm paying way too much money here for you to come approach my kids.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
I'm glad you told her to fuck off.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm so proud.
Don't feel like that was the right move personally, but like I said, we have different approaches.
To each his own.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. We went upstairs, to go get food, and the girls were, they didn't have clothes on, and they approached it perfect when we went upstairs. They were like, hey, it's no big deal, but just next time you just have to wear a shirt when you come in here. We're like, great. That's what you need to say. Not, this is a family resort.
Then you're not appropriate. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's based on the standards of other people that are there at the pool, and that's just that's always going to be a floating number. That if you're trying to now all of a sudden we're going to try to enforce this floating morality at the pool based on what
complaints.
Based on what some tourists from Nebraska or wherever they might be is saying. Because South Florida standards are a little bit looser than some other parts of the country, and so that's a tough target to hit.
And I mean, like I'm all yadded up, Caitlin's all yadded up, her friends are, so we just probably looked out of place at a Disney resort.
Do you think she had a tattoo? Because she did have a tattoo on her midsection.
She did have a tattoo, yeah.
Is that part of the problem?
A combination of things.
Okay.
Like, look at that trashy family. They're all yadded. And,
look at that trashy.
We're that trashy family.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure we got that right there. So
you handled it right, and you're officially our hero.
Yeah, you were good. It was okay to say something. I'm going to work with the Queen a little bit. We got a few little adjustments we need to make in our approach. But.
Hashtag I stand with the Queen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kevin ran off like a coward. I was like, he's so predictable.
Kevin ran.
Kevin ran off like a coward?
That's not really true, but we don't see it the same way. We don't see it the same way.
Kevin's a little bitch.
Hashtag Kevin's a little bitch.
Kevin's a coward.
That's not the truth, but we're not gonna come to agreement on that. That was the other thing we argued about the rest of the week. I'm like, I didn't run off like a little bitch. And had somewhere else I was going. So she thought I took off for the hills. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Yeah. So.
You didn't want Kevin to witness any of this.
Well, yes, I do feel like I need to pull a lot of people aside and be like, all right, we need to put like we needed to basically rope you off for that conversation you were about to have. But, all right, well, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
You're awesome.
Bye, Queen.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, just need to work on that a little bit.
I don't think you'll be able to change it, Kev. I think it's,
Good luck.
I think it's the DNA.
No, probably not. Yeah,
I
probably
think
not.
that's just the queen being the queen.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think we all need a little more queen in us.
She's mellowed a bit.
Just don't fuck with her kids,
Yeah.
man. My mom
Yeah,
was
no.
the same exact way. If anyone tried to correct us or something, it was bad. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I always tell her, I'm like, it's okay to be upset. I get that. Just gotta, gotta keep it reined in. You don't want to overstep your bounds.
I remember my mom went to this school and had a conference with my third grade teacher, and they had to remove me from the conference because my mom stood up and got in their fucking face and just said, "You're not doing this shit to my boy." I mean, it was bad.
Lilia, this is something I've spent more time on than I need. How long was Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day? Because I'd had that stat last week where somebody put it at like 34 years.
Which seems excessive.
It seemed excessive, but at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, a couple months. But no, because he became a masterful piano player, and then he could do ice sculpting like with a chainsaw like it was nothing. I'm like, to build that skill set, practicing day after day after day.
You could do it in 3 years and be that good if you practice every single day.
Yeah, Lily actually said this on the DVD commentary. Harold Ramis, who was like the director of it, said the original idea was for Bill Connors to live February 2nd for about 10,000 years. Later, he says Phil probably lived the same day for about 10 years.
Okay, that would work.
So the creator said, yeah, it was probably about 10 years living the exact same day
Now,
to
does he-
become the person he did.
Does he lose that 10 years when it goes back to normal? Let's say he goes to the Groundhog's Day happens at age 35. 10 years, he becomes enlightened and the better person. Is he going back at age 35, or is he now?
It's just the very next day. Yeah, he hasn't aged. In 10 years, he hasn't aged.
Okay.
That's the amazing thing about it. He's actually been able to completely remake himself to be a better person in his character and his kindness and also in his skill set. 10 years of knowledge in your prime like that, and boom, you just drop into the next day.
After we talked about that, I was looking to see if it was available, and the movie that was underneath it, they said people also watch this. You guys ever see that Chevy Chase movie called Funny Farm?
I think I did way back in parts of it.
That's a funny movie.
Is it good?
I really like Funny Farm. Yeah, I do.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but I love Chevy Chase. I love like Fletch.
I feel like this was still Chevy Chase when he was making good movies, and it's pretty good movie. I think you would like it.
Okay.
I highly recommend. So put that on the list of movies you're never going to watch that Jaybird recommends.
Funny Farm. If they've got it on Netflix, I'll watch it, but I don't have all those fancy subscription services like you.
Well, you are in Tequesta. You can probably afford to rent it.
Yeah.
$3 fucking.
No, I'm not paying. I already pay for Netflix. That's it.
Yeah, you know, a movie that I thought I haven't seen, and I think I stayed away from because they said it was such a tearjerker, but I haven't seen Toy Story 3 yet, and 4 is coming out this weekend. So I might have to, I assume you can probably rent that, right?
Oh, yeah. I've never seen any of those.
I think it's on demand right now. I think they were showing Secret Life of Pets 1 and all the Toy Stories. I think I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good call. This is a good little recommendation. Stephanie had said Netflix has really been making some great movies. Here are some recommendations. Murder Mystery. That's the best Adam Sandler movie since Big Daddy. The beautiful and funny Jennifer Aniston. Really great movie. Did you watch it, Jaybird?
I watched the first 20 minutes of it.
Is it bad?
It wasn't my favorite. But
Okay.
I don't want to dog on Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I love Adam Sandler. I pull for Adam Sandler. I want him to make awesome movies. I think the critics have always been dicky to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, they have, but he's got his fan base, and to me, that's ultimately the question: is how are these movies scoring with his fan base? Because he's had, what was a big project that he had with Netflix? This is, he had The Ridiculous Six, and he had another movie with David Spade. He did another one where he was the
Daddy?
agent.
Is that one?
The agent one I didn't mind. I liked the agent one.
I think it was like a 7-picture deal. So
It
I'm just
was.
wondering where Adam Sandler is with this, and is Netflix looking at it saying, "Oh crap, we shouldn't have. This is a mistake," or are they saying, "No, this is definitely everything we wanted"?
I think people love it. I think you're right. It's the fan base. People who love Adam Sandler are going to watch his movies.
Okay,
and he got Jennifer Aniston to do it.
Yeah.
She's huge.
Well, you're saying that's one to watch. Triple Frontier. Ben Affleck is the major actor, but several recognizable faces. Badass action, special ops movie. Yeah, I saw that one. It's good. It's solid. I give it, probably a B.
Yeah, I just saw one with Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson where they play cops that are seen. They get filmed from a balcony, roughing up a suspect. He's a drug dealer. He's about to sell drugs to all these kids, but they rough him up, and they do it in a way where you're not supposed to rough people up, and it goes viral, and they are everyone's calling them racist, and that's so they completely go off and become criminals. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like
You
Vince
like that
Vaughn.
one?
I like Vince Vaughn when he does serious stuff, and I actually like Adam Sandler when he does serious stuff. I loved Adam Sandler in Punch Drunk Love. That was such a good movie.
You didn't like the one, what he did where he was like the nanny or whatever? Remember Vince Vaughn as the nanny?
Was he the nanny?
He was, he played like a nanny. It was kind of like one of those like, oh, we take the tough guy. Or no, wait, is it Vince Vaughn? No, I'm thinking about Vin Diesel.
Or yeah, Vin
Diesel.
Vince Diesel.
Me and Kev sound real plugged into the movies.
Vince Diesel.
Vince Diesel. Yeah, it was the pacifier. That was what I was thinking.
Terrible, Kevin.
Yeah, okay, that was terrible.
Oh, Vin Diesel's terrible.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's been kind of a hot moment since he's done something big.
True Detectives he did on HBO.
Yeah, I don't know if that did well. Like, I think because I watched the first season, I didn't watch the second because so many people said it wasn't good.
He did a prison movie that was pretty good, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, I just there's so much out there now,
I know.
and a lot of these movies don't make the theater, so they fly under the radar. But there is good movies being made.
Yeah, okay. Another one said, I Am Mother, great thought-provoking movie, and another major name, Hilary Swank. Highly recommend all three of these movies. Netflix is killing it. That's what Stephanie had to say. So there you go, looking for something to watch.
And I was kind of tired watching the Adam Sandler movie. Maybe I need to go back and watch.
Maybe you weren't in the right frame of mind.
But fuck that, I'm probably not going to.
So maybe I will. I probably won't.
Probably, definitely will not.
Okay, all right. Let me see here. Got a recommendation for the best chocolate chips. Christine said you got to try the chocolate chip cookies at Grandma's Bakery, which is owned by the same people who own Bambini's Garden Pizzeria in Delray Beach, as well as the Boys Farmers Market and Girls Strawberry You Pick.
It's the place I was telling you guys about.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was.
They also have the most amazing peanut butter chocolate chip cookies and homemade breads and pies. Definitely a cool little bakery to check out. I'm from Miami, but moved to Palm Beach 2 years ago. And y'all are the only thing that keep me sane at work. Thank you, Christine.
Making my mouth wet.
Yeah. And she said, P.S. We need more Cuban bakeries in Palm Beach County. And if anyone knows of any good ones, please let me know. Yeah, we do, no doubt.
Oh, please don't let me forget that pudding today.
Oh yeah. So one of our building mates, I think they work on the second floor.
I believe so.
They brought over this pudding the other day. And it's like pudding, but it's got stuff mixed in it. So it's like, it's got either bananas or Nilla wafers.
I think your bananas, and I think they all had a banana.
Coconut in them.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but I'm just like ravenous. I just want to eat something so bad.
Get in the pudding.
I know, but I have a ritual with my food. I like to really take my time with it. I like to look at it, have it kind of.
You know, it may get nervous.
Oh, that pudding is already hearing you. It's already nervous.
Is he going to eat us, or like, what's he doing?
He's just messing with our mind.
No, I like to look
Why is he
at
taking
it.
his pants down?
I get.
Oh my gosh.
No, please stop.
I'm not gonna fuck my pudding. Come on,
Please stop.
guys. Don't make this weird. But I do like to have a ritual.
Just eat me and get it over with.
Well, I like to have it there, and I like to wait. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get real hungry till it hurts, and then I'll eat.
You're weird.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I know. You said, and we talked about this before on the show, you were trying out the new KVJ station wagon that your dad had left behind,
Yeah.
and you got pulled over for improper use of lighting.
So be careful. I've seen a lot of speed traps around.
Did you find the keys to it?
I don't want to talk about that.
What, you lost
Because I
the
was with
keys?
him yesterday. He couldn't find the keys to the KVJ station wagon.
Bro, that was off the air. I thought.
Oh, sorry, bro.
You're such a dick.
So, did you have them and you lost them, or did you lose them and you found them?
Kevin, it's been a really challenging week
Yeah?
and weekend.
What?
And this Monday's not going so hot.
Was
either.
that what he was talking about? I came in
No,
and heard him. He was talking about how he lost
That's
something.
a different.
That's something else he lost.
And I do not want to get into that. I do not want to get into that problem.
Epic. It's so epic.
I moved by myself, basically, and
Yeah.
I've got just shit everywhere. Boxes here, boxes there. Half of the move was in the rain.
Yeah.
I broke 2 pairs of sandals. I shouldn't have moved the sandals on. I get that.
Yeah.
But
But he packed all his closed-toe shoes.
I packed all my shoes. You're right, though.
I
I
need
did.
some athletic footwear. All I got is flip flops.
I was so fucked with this move. I did it all wrong, baby. I did it all wrong. Oh my god! I packed everything I needed. I had to unpack. It was terrible. But long story short, I was driving down and I noticed that there was police trying to do that thing where they hide behind the bush, and then all of a sudden you get out with the speed gun and
Oh,
they
yeah,
get you.
pop out of nowhere, yeah.
So I start doing the flashing lights to the cars that are
To warn the people heading that way.
because I feel like that's just a cool thing to do. I don't want someone getting a ticket. Those tickets are fucking expensive.
Hashtag be cool.
And there was another cop that saw me do that and pulled me over and told me that I was not allowed to do that and gave me a warning and didn't give me a ticket. But then I was telling
Really?
Virginia about that. Virginia said that it's not illegal. I am allowed to do that.
I think we discussed this on the show, and it's not illegal to flash your lights and warn other drivers. Now, it does piss them off because they're trying to do a speed trap and you're messing up their day.
So was the officer just saying don't do it because he didn't like it, or was that a legit law there where you're not allowed to flash brights at other vehicles?
Yeah, that's a good question because I thought we had dealt with that before
we did.
too.
We talked about this, and it's not illegal.
Okay.
If that is the case, and he's just kind of scaring you, to me, that's kind of a dicky overstepping your bounds and your power.
Yeah, he was just trying to scare you.
It worked. And
Right.
with that said, I tell you what, man, that wagon, real smooth like. Real nice.
Yeah.
The wagon?
Okay.
Oh,
The
yeah.
shaggin' wagon?
That thing's ready to go to fucking Orlando.
Oh, it is.
We're
Wow,
ready
that's
to
big time.
Push the limits, baby.
Okay. Just watch your swimwear.
I will. I will not wear this little thong I got here.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
No.
There's a name for this. It's the Borat thing. Is it like
Banana hammock?
a banana hammock? Is that what it is?
I don't know. It's definitely scandalous because it goes up your ass.
Would you ever wear this for something KVJ related, or are those days over with you?
Yeah, I got kids now. I don't know. It's tough.
How much would it take?
Remember when we did the Adam?
It's a Mankini thong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we did the Adam Levine?
Yeah.
Would you do something like that now, or is that
I'd probably do.
the Adam Levine thing? Is where Kevin we're like grabbing each other's junk.
Yeah, I'd probably still do that. But yeah, I'm.
It was completely naked and it was a photograph. If he wears that, what do you want him to do? Like go out somewhere in it? He wouldn't do that.
Is this illegal to even wear out if your bits are covered? How much of your butt can you show?
Depends where you are. You could wear that on South Beach and have no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, I think kind of the standard is yeah, they're talking about, yeah, and it depends upon, you're right, where you are in the standards. Are you at a family resort or not? And probably, too,
go
how's
put
your
it
body
on.
look?
Put it on.
And I think it's 2/3 butt coverage is kind of like what people are looking for.
That does not do 2/3.
Yeah.
It goes clean up your ass.
It does 2/3 of your crack.
Yeah, I think that'd be the issue you'd have to look at.
I bought this a while ago. Never been used. That's all I'm saying.
Then why is it brown on that part that goes in your ass?
I have not put this on, so someone else did.
And they were not clean.
That thing has not been broken in yet. That should be clean.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let me see. David sent in a Facebook message, said Kevin should wear a majestic wig all summer as punishment for a game. There you go. That was his idea. I think we have sudden death coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be cumbersome, that wig.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are we going to bring some nightmarish shit tomorrow?
I think tomorrow somebody had suggested, I think it's a listener suggestion, somebody wants us to do, was it clown makeup, I think, for 24 hours. I think that's tomorrow's. Gotta get some clown makeup. I think it's what they wanted.
Okay.
That's what was on there. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
Let me see here. Got a question from Maria. Can you give some thought to replaying some of the Aunt Anne's segments, maybe once a week, kind of like you do the No Name Movie Game? I miss her bits.
Aw. Mm-hmm. I think we all do miss her bits.
Oh man, there's so many little moments. I go to reach for my phone to write down the idea for Anne, and I'm like, oh man, 'cause she was so great to just do bits with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could maybe do that, especially here in the summertime. Maybe throw
Amen.
some of that stuff out. Yeah, if
That's
you have
right.
any specifics you want.
Isn't summertime where we kind of try things out, kind of throw it to the wall, see what happens, see what sticks, kind
Go
of
a little
more of our
loose, yeah, go a little loose.
alternative.
Yeah, go a little loose.
Okay, I got some things I think we should try out. Some sea material.
Some semen,
Semen material.
Semen
Try not to
material.
necessarily make sea material, but yeah.
No, I'm kidding. You know what I mean. Something, we don't normally try.
Kevin's never played Name That Nut. Just saying.
It's
Name
so
that nut.
fucking bad.
Yeah, it
And I
doesn't.
love me some Virginia.
The description doesn't sound like
And
it.
she even knows the bit sucks.
I know it
She's
sucks.
riding on the fact that it sucks. And I get the comedy of that. I get it.
Right.
Sometimes things are funny when they suck. I get it.
I'm terrorizing
But we're
you.
going
It's
for it for a
bad.
third
But
time.
no, it would be a fourth time.
Okay, a fourth
and
time.
it's the same thing. And Denny's is not a good liar.
Yeah.
And he's got to act like he doesn't know it's a fucking almond again. He's, oh, I don't know, it's an almond. And then she's got to kick me in the nuts.
We're out of nuts at this point, so
But-
now we have to duplicate.
But then she doesn't kick me hard enough. Then at that point, I'm committed to the bit. So I'm like, if we're going to do it, you got to kick me in the nuts now. But then she'll half kick me in the nuts. So it's just,
It's just on every
it's just
angle.
every angle is awful.
Every angle, it doesn't work.
The jingle's not that good. She loves the jingle.
the jingle's
all
great.
it is name that nut. That's all it is.
Oh, it's so
just,
good.
Just all the way around, huh?
It's uncomfortable.
Okay. On top of it, on top of everything else.
You know, it's
You know, going into it.
Well, you could just hear people turning it off.
Click, 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 click. Yeah.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, as far as we can do with the Mankini, you can show your butt and breast except your nipples, and you cannot show your front, your butt, or your dick and balls. So,
Okay, very good.
Okay. So I guess that's how they restrict it a lot of places. And then Tracy had a suggestion, too, on dealing with a young child and a pet that is about to pass. They had to do it twice in the last 6 months, and they suggest cremation. You get a beautiful box with their name on it and a paw print. Keeps our girls close to home and can talk to them whenever we want.
Oh.
Evidently, I can't send photos or email. Not smart enough, I guess. But it brought peace for my son who grew up with them. We had the remains wrapped with their collars and paw prints, just passing it on. So there you go. For our listeners looking for that, a suggestion for you. There you go. And that is what we got for you for Monday. Okay. You enjoy it. Anything else you want to add into the mix, let us know. Mail@kvjshow.com. mail@kvjshow.com. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.